This boy worships Bruce Lee and enjoys practicing martial arts, but he dislikes getting into fights. He believes that learning martial arts is not meant for attacking others but for training the body. However, everything changed when he transferred to a notorious school. His fate took a turn when Wen Shu, on his first day at the new school, faced punishment from the school's inspection team. This team, comprised of schoolyard bullies who exerted dominance throughout the premises, was given the authority to inspect the entire school by teachers due to their wealthy backgrounds. As a new student, Wen Shu often became the target of bullying. Although he avoided physical confrontation, a particular bully crossed the line. This time, the class leader, Yu Zich, couldn't tolerate it any longer and sternly warned the bully, ultimately securing victory for Wen Shu. Yu Zich, a fearless and skilled fighter, had already joined an underworld gang outside of school. Even the gang leader had to yield 3 portions to him. The bullied student, though discontent, dared not resist. Wen Shu's roommate was a stout boy who, despite being timid, had his own way of earning money by selling stolen adult magazines for protection fees. On the basketball court, Yu Zich led his team against the gang. The animosity between the two groups had escalated, leading them to settle their scores through a basketball match. Facing a disadvantage after consecutive turnovers, Yu Zich decided to substitute Wen Shu into the game. Surprisingly, the seemingly gentle boy exhibited a warrior spirit, quickly grasping the rhythm of the entire court and securing a victory. Wen Shu's outstanding performance gained recognition from his peers, and he soon became friends with everyone. However, in this chaotic school environment, his sincere personality stood out, making him different from the typical tough guys, even when facing the beginnings of youthful love. On the school bus, Wen Shu encountered a female student from the neighboring school named Ju. He instantly fell in love with her pure and refined appearance but was too sincere to approach her directly. Every time they met, he could only stand from a distance and admire her silently. When the girl was bullied by a group of senior students, Wen Shu intervened with words of wisdom. However, this approach proved ineffective. In contrast, Yu Zich, with a more aggressive demeanor, physically confronted the bullies, causing them to flee. Wen Shu and Ju ran into an alley, avoiding an imminent threat. After settling the dispute, Wen Shu invited everyone to share a meal in gratitude. Despite the presence of 2 handsome young men, both seemed a bit reserved, while the stout boy, Map, remained motionless on the side, seemingly uninterested. Upon their breakup, Yu Zich bravely chased after her, while Wen Shu could only silently leave, feeling internally lost and unsure of what to do. On the second day, the group of senior girls, seeking revenge, brought along a gang of guys. The group cornered Yu Zich and Wen Shu, engaging in physical aggression. Yu Zich, unable to contain himself, retaliated. Despite being outnumbered, he showed no fear. Witnessing his friends being surrounded and attacked, Wen Shu couldn't stand by and decided to intervene. After this incident, the two became inseparable friends. Yu Zich, understanding Wen Shu's feelings, revealed that he had been rejected by Ju but encouraged him to pursue her courageously. However, Wen Shu, despite knowing this, couldn't change his timid nature. Whenever he tried to approach Ju at her school, he ended up hiding and admiring her from a distance. He followed her silently, acting as a silent protector, but never had the courage to confess his feelings. One rainy evening, fate brought Ju into Wen Shu's umbrella. They chatted happily on the way, and Wen Shu, naively thinking this was the embodiment of love, left the umbrella for Ju to walk home alone in the rain. Although the rain was heavy, Wen Shu felt a strange sweetness in his heart. On the second day, Yu Zich returned Ju's umbrella, stating that they had established a relationship. It was only then that Wen Shu realized he had been willingly suffering in unrequited love. He poured all his emotions into a sandbag, unable to calm the turmoil within. Thinking that he would remain composed when they met again, he couldn't help but leave when he saw Yu Zich and Ju being affectionate in front of him. In the evening, he reluctantly attended Yu Zich's birthday party. Seeing Ju and his friends passionately embracing each other shattered Wen Shu's heart. Alone, he sat in a corner, his eyes revealing a profound sense of loneliness, but there was nothing he could do. At school, Yu Zich was caught with a forbidden book, and to protect himself, he revealed Map's name. This incident strained the relationship between the two friends. Map distanced himself from Yu Zich and joined a gang of thugs. The gang started causing trouble at school, and a major clash between Yu Zich and Map was imminent. At the same time, Yu Zich and Ju's relationship was also cracking. Yu Zich seemed uncontrollable to Ju, like a wild horse. The tension escalated, leading to a fierce argument, and eventually, Yu Zich decided to break up. Wen Shu, observing it all, knew that the girl was deeply hurt. He approached her to offer comfort, remaining as silent as before, protecting her from behind. Even when Yu Zich stood nearby, he didn't recognize Wen Shu. In the days that followed, the two frequently encountered each other. They seemed like inseparable friends, and Ju felt most comfortable beside Wen Shu. She asked him to return the pen Yu Zich had given her, which further wounded Wen Shu's heart. After returning home, he wrote all his feelings in a letter and sent it to the radio station that Ju often listened to. Outside the classroom, Wen Shu returned the pen to Yu Zich. Yu Zich, already aware of Wen Shu's feelings for Ju, taunted him, calling him a despicable person. Wen Shu received nothing but the things Yu Zich had grown tired of playing with. A fight broke out between the two. From then on, their relationship became intense. On the bus, a girl overheard these intimate confessions. Each word seemed to be sincere love, and she appeared to understand how to handle this affection. Not long after, she wrote a letter in response, expressing sympathy for the pain Wen Shu would feel. At first, she decided not to ask someone else to return the umbrella to him, hoping he wouldn't consider it an end. Wen Shu, seemingly understanding Eunju's letter, quickly cycled to the bus station she usually passed by. Meeting again, the emotions between them were complex. They decided to take a train to a distant place to relieve their hearts. In this world belonging to them, Wen Shu was very respectful. He tried everything to make the girl happy, even teaching her favorite songs. Their feelings quickly escalated, and they shared a kiss. On the other hand, the conflict between Cao Map and Yu Zich reached a peak. Cao Map wanted revenge but was discovered by Yu Zich and knocked down. Seizing the opportunity, he stabbed Yu Zich's leg with a pen and called the school's boss for backup. To restore his reputation, the boss arranged for a showdown on the rooftop. There, Yu Zich and Cao Map engaged in a fierce fight. Although Yu Zich initially had the upper hand, this was the home turf of the gang, and those surrounding him were Cao Map's subordinates. Yu Zich was attacked from the outside, leading to his defeat and serious injuries. After this incident, Yu Zich stopped going to school, until one day, the chubby boy approached Wen Shu and told him that Yu Zich and Eunju had run away, abandoning their families. The news hit Wen Shu suddenly, causing his heart to ache as if cut by a knife. He went to the girl's house and shouted her name loudly. At this moment, Wen Shu realized that he had been a laughingstock. Losing Eunju was like losing his direction in life. He started to give up on everything, sleeping in class, and his academic performance began to plummet. But he didn't care. Without Yu Zich's protection, the group of girls in the class began to do whatever they pleased, often causing trouble and physically assaulting those who were once close to Yu Zich, including Wen Shu. However, this time, Wen Shu chose not to compromise. A fire was burning within him. After returning home, he took out Bruce Lee's books to continue his study. To make himself stronger, he started rigorous physical training. Wen Shu didn't allow himself any free time because only through training could he momentarily forget the pain. Day by day, Wen Shu's martial arts skills improved rapidly. His every move was fast and precise. His leg techniques were agile, and he wielded a staff with the strength of a tiger. His physique became formidable, and his eyes were filled with a murderous aura, as if transforming into a different person. One day, a troublemaker caused a disturbance in class. The chubby boy, recognizing his own influential position, tried to advise and restrain the troublemaker. However, the troublemaker, disregarding the advice, attacked the chubby boy. Wen Shu, who had been preparing for this, intervened. Under the pressure from the school, the harassment from the troublemaking group, and the betrayal of his loved one, Wen Shu's emotions reached a boiling point. He threw a cloth used for cleaning the board and told the troublemaker that he didn't enjoy fighting but was ready for a decisive battle. The surrounding classmates were astonished. No one could understand how someone so gentle and mild-mannered could transform into what they were witnessing. The troublemaker, despite some surprise, agreed to face Wen Shu. However, a second later, he experienced the ferocity of this seemingly ordinary boy. On the staircase, Wen Shu, without directly engaging the troublemaker, swiftly attacked him from behind. The troublemaker, unable to react, immediately fled. Wen Shu pursued him onto the rooftop. The troublemaker was still catching his breath when Wen Shu continued his relentless assault. Dirty hands, lifted legs, a frenzy of punches, he attacked until the troublemaker couldn't resist any longer. Then, Wen Shu unleashed a series of consecutive strikes. Using his dissatisfaction with life and school as fuel, he battered the vile person's face relentlessly. His followers, seeing the opportunity, also joined the fight. Wen Shu pulled out nunchucks and single-handedly took on the entire group. He resembled Bruce Lee's embodiment, unstoppable. After a few rounds, he had dealt with all the enemies. The teacher, arriving at the scene, was surprised by what he saw. He ordered all students to restrain Wen Shu for punishment. Wen Shu, like a warrior god, erupted with an intimidating presence. Due to his involvement in the fight, he was expelled from school. However, he didn't feel heartbroken. Instead, he felt as if he had released a burden. His father didn't blame him. Instead, he felt that his son had finally become an adult. A year later, Wen Shu enrolled in a class for young adults. Fate, in its mysterious ways, reunited him with the girl he had deeply loved. Although there was a touch of emotion, the initial feelings were no longer there. The two met on a bus, exchanged polite greetings, and avoided discussing the past or the future. Wen Shu no longer felt the shyness of his adolescence. Instead, he appeared cold and indifferent. Seeing the change in the boy Eunju, there was a hint of sadness, but now it held no significance. Before parting ways, as they bid each other farewell for the last time on the bus, Wen Shu didn't cling on. He knew he had to face a new chapter in his life. And with that, the movie concludes. Goodbye, and see you in the next films.